Today we're making homemade birria tacos, a delicious twist on a meat stew birria from the Mexican state of Jalisco. Get ready to have a delicious Insta-worthy taco for your next Taco Tuesday. I'm Louella from the McCormick Test Kitchens, and today we're going to be making some tacos. First, let's start by making our marinade. For this, I'm gonna need 5 El Guapo guajillo peppers. How I usually start off by doing this is I like to give them a nice little wipe down. This helps us clear off stuff that may have accumulated due to the drying process. Then I'm going to take off the top, and that's gonna help me release all those seeds that I don't want to be in my marinade. I have 3.5 cups of hot water that I'm going to use to just soak them down. This is going to hydrate our dried up peppers, and it's going to be part of our marinade. So for this, I'm going to need a blender. And in our blender, we're gonna put 1 onion, a can of petite diced tomatoes, a little white vinegar, and to this I'm going to add the guajillo peppers, water and all. This is going to add into our sauce and our consomé, which is a broth that we're going to be dipping our tacos later. We are going to be using 2 packets of our Carne Asada seasoning mix. This has the perfect balance of cumin, oregano, chili peppers, and it goes straight into my marinade. So now that everything's in my blender, I'm gonna give it a nice shut down so it doesn't explode in my face. And we're just gonna give it a run on our blender for 30 seconds or so. Just enough for everything to marry and break down to each other. And voila! Our marinade is done. I got my gloves on, and now I'm ready to marinate my meat. What I like to do for this is I like to take my Dutch oven, and I'm gonna take just the first half of my marinade and I'm gonna pour that right in the Dutch oven. And then I'm going to take my 3 pounds of beef. For this, we are using boneless chuck. We're going to fold in the marinade with the meat and do this for 5 minutes. This is guaranteed to infuse those spices, those flavors of cumin, oregano, garlic, all over our beef. We can't forget the rest of our marinade. So I'm gonna take my marinade and top it all off with all those wonderful flavors and spices. And that's it. We're gonna throw this in the fridge for the next 2 hours. Bye-bye. My meat's been marinating, and I'm going to add an entire stick of cinnamon, and I'm gonna bury it right in so it stays simmering and brewing. I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees, and this is going to go on top of my stove over low flame in order to remove the chill. And into the oven until it's tender. It's smelling so good. Yeah. I can smell it, I can smell it. Oh yeah, that's exactly what you want this to look like. Now we're gonna skim the fat from the top. This has been infused with all those flavors from our Carne Asada seasoning, that wonderful cinnamon stick, and infused with that flavor from the beef. So right now, this is liquid gold. You're gonna wanna hold on to this. Don't get rid of it. We're gonna need it for our last step. Now let's shred some beef. Oh, you don't even need a fork. It's starting to fall apart already. That's it. That's exactly what you're looking for. And look how well that got coated with our birria sauce. This is going to be so fire on the tacos, I can't wait. A little trick I like to do to prevent our meat from drying is go ahead and grab your ladle and grab just a little bit of that sauce and let it smother your beef. That's gonna prevent it from drying, and it's gonna continue to marry with all those flavors and juices. All my beef has been shredded, and now it's onto our consomé. So our consomé is that sauce that's in the bottom of our pan, and we're gonna add some water into that and bring it to a slow rolling boil. That's going to be perfect to dip our taco in. As we wait for our consommé to finish, we are going to assemble the rest of our tacos. Remember that liquid gold earlier? Well, this is the crucial step for that. We're gonna take our tortilla, dip it like so, and look at that orange hue that it gives it. That's going to go directly onto our pan. And who eats just one taco, right? Let's make it two. Aha, there we go. And look at that, straight onto the pan. That oil is not only going to infuse flavor, but also prevent it from sticking and help our tacos crisp up. We're going to add some cheese right on the bottom. And don't worry if that leaks out. That's just going to be some ooey gooey goodness on our tacos. And we're going to top it off with some beef. And just look at how that cheese is melting. Yum. And now my favorite part, cilantro. Some action right there, and some right there. And for some acidity, just a squeeze of lime. And then we're gonna take that and just fold it upon itself. And give it a little love tap, close it up. And there you go. I'm going to wait for my tacos to crisp up and let's get into this consommé. We're going to lay that up straight into a heat-proof cup. And to this, I'm going to add more cilantro. You got that crispy GBD, I like to call it, golden brown deliciousness right on your tortilla. So this to me looks just about ready. That. Oh my God, this looks so good. I'm gonna take a lime, squeeze that straight onto my consommé, giving it that perfect acidity. Goes into the consommé for that extra sauce dipping action, and to my mouth it goes. So delicious, que rico. If you want more recipes and tricks from the McCormick Test Kitchen chefs, make sure to click that subscribe button.